The room went silent after their words. My in-laws-to-be looked at my mother, her dress simple, her hands trembling with nerves, and one of them sneered loud enough for 204 guests to hear, "That's not a mother. That's a mistake in a dress." Laughter followed, even from my fiancé, but not from me. I stood. The music stopped. Glasses froze mid-air. My voice carried across the hall, steady and sharp. Weddings off. Gasps. Chairs scraped. The hall fell into chaos. But I didn't flinch. I walked out, my mother's arm linked with mine. That was the last time they saw me as their victim. I met Daniel 3 years earlier. He was charming, polished, the kind of man who made promises with eyes so sincere you almost believed him. I did. I believed in us. He treated me like treasure at first. Flowers, dinners, whispers about a future. My mother smiled more in those days. She thought I'd finally found someone who would protect me the way she always had. But love has a way of blinding you, of missing the cracks. The jokes he made at my expense in front of friends. The little dismissals when I spoke. The way his parents looked at me, like I wasn't enough. Each time he brushed it off. "That's just how they are. Don't take it personally." But I kept taking it personally. Until the night before the wedding, when I overheard his mother whisper to him, "She'll never be one of us." And his reply? Silence. No defense, just silence. When they mocked my mother in that ballroom, everything snapped into focus. Not just their cruelty, but his complicity. His laugh sealed it. I didn't rage, I didn't cry, I walked out with my mother. And on the drive home, as she clutched my hand, I made a promise. They'll regret this. Revenge doesn't wait for grief to settle. It moves in silence, like smoke filling a room. That night, I began my plan. First, I called the hotel, canceled every reservation tied to his last name. The honeymoon suite? Gone. The luxury cars rented for the weekend? Returned. Paid in full with his credit card. Then I reached out to the vendors, the caterer, the florist, the band. I informed them the groom's family would be footing every invoice since the bride had walked away. Contracts were clear, cancellation fees applied. Tens of thousands. By dawn, I drafted one final message to Daniel, a copy of the prenup I'd signed months ago. My lawyer's signature, notarized. Every asset I had remained mine. He walked away with nothing. Not a cent of the savings we once shared, not a claim to the apartment I had paid for, not even the rings. I slid the document across to him via email with a single line, "Consider this your wedding gift." By noon, the fallout began. His parents woke to furious calls from vendors demanding payments. The hotel chain reported unauthorized cancellations under their son's name. Their reputation, socialite perfectionists who lived for appearances, was crumbling fast. Guests began gossiping online. The story spread faster than wildfire. The bride who walked out after her future in-laws humiliated her mother. Screenshots of the quote went viral. Their cruelty became public record. Business partners pulled back. Invitations vanished. Within 24 hours, their family name wasn't gilded, it was poisoned. Daniel tried to call me. Once, twice, then 10 times. I let the phone ring. Finally, a text. "We need to talk. You overreacted." Overreacted? That word alone fueled me. 2 days later, he showed up at my apartment. His tie crooked, his face haggard. He pounded on the door until my neighbors stared. I opened it just enough for him to see the steel in my eyes. "You humiliated my mother," I said. He tried to laugh like it was nothing. "You can't end us over that. They didn't mean it." "They did." My voice was ice. "And so did you." I handed him a folder. Photocopies of every cancellation, every bill his family now owed, every article dragging their name through mud. "This is what overreacting looks like." His face went pale as he flipped through page after page. "You ruined me," he whispered. "No," I said. "You did that, the moment you laughed at her." Then I closed the door. That night, I sat with my mother in our kitchen. We ate takeout, cheap but comforting. She looked at me with guilt in her eyes. "I'm sorry," she whispered. I shook my head. "Don't be. They wanted to make you small. Instead, they destroyed themselves." Her hand squeezed mine, and for the first time in months, I saw her smile return. Here's the truth. I didn't want their money. I didn't want their approval. All I wanted was respect. They gave me scorn, so I gave them ruin. And as for Daniel, he taught me the most valuable lesson of all. Love without loyalty is just a trap. I walked away from that wedding not as a bride, but as someone reborn. Because when they mocked my mother, they thought they were breaking me.